Hi, Amy. This is Dennis. I wanted to cover quickly with you a couple things you'll need to know about the back portion, the admin panel of your website, and the way I have some things set up. Firstly, I'll just show you real quickly the way I went through and added your links on your uh, like area attractions and stuff like that. I copied your information from the email, and the first thing you always do when you're going to put something on a website from back like an editor like we use on this site is you paste it into the program Notepad that comes with all your computers. What it does, it looks the same in here, but when you put it in here, it gets rid of all the background HTML code that's written by like Word or OpenOffice and things like that. You don't see it, but it's got HTML code when you copy it, and it'll make it look wrong on your page. Okay, your text will be too small or too big or colored differently or something like that. And since our template for the website has all that built into it, you just want to make sure you're only putting in plain text. And you accomplish that by either typing your text in Notepad and pasting it in there, or you can type it directly into the editor that we're using. But if you're copying something that's already typed out like this, you'll want to drop it in Notepad first to get rid of all the stuff. Then, of course, highlight it, right click and copy it again, and then you can minimize that screen and then go to your editor. I'm already logged into the administration panel of the website here, as you can see. And as I come down the page here, I'm working on putting your links and stuff in there. And then once I get in this editor, it all comes in plain text like you see right here. And what I'm doing is just turning them into links. So what I'm doing is I'm copying, since this is plain text, I'm copying just this information of the link that I need. I'm kind of leaving off the little forward slash. You don't typically need that. And then I'm right clicking on it and make sure that I'm on top of it and I'm copying that link. And then what I'm doing is highlighting just the area that I want to be the link. I'm making it bold, and then I'm going to create a link with it. Okay, and it pops up the box here, and I'm just going to paste in. You can right click and hit paste, or you can hold down the control button and hit V on your computer, either one, and I put it in there. This keeps me from having typos. If you have a typo, of course, it's not going to work. So copying and pasting is a really good way to go. And also want to make sure that when people click this link, they don't leave your website. They may not be able to get back or lose you. So be sure that you always select the target as a new window. So open link in new window. Once you get that, you click insert, and you see now we got this nice link here. Since I've got that already, I don't need this showing as well because they're going to be able to click the link. I'll backspace. And this editor that we're using is called a WYSIWYG editor. It stands for what you see is what you get. It's not always true that way. Sometimes if you put single spacing, you'll get doubles, so on and so forth. So a key to that when you're doing these items, if it appears on your web page as a double space and you're trying to get it to single space down, what you might want to do is hold the shift key and press enter. Okay. Um, and that's just something you have to know dealing with HTML and web editors. It's just one of the things you do. So if you hit a regular return carriage or enter button, to get a new line, it's actually creating a new paragraph. If you just want a single line movement down, you need to hold down the shift key while you press the enter key. Okay, some information for you. Now I've changed this link right here, so I'm gonna go up here real quickly, up to the top of the page, and just save this, and then I'm gonna refresh my home page and see how this is looking, or not the home page, but the area attractions page, and see what our links are looking like. This is the plain page we had a while ago, and then now you see it just reloaded. Now we're actually creating links with the titles, and when we click the titles, we'll notice that it opens a whole new tab up here at the top, and it takes them to that website. Okay, I'm gonna close that tab to get us back where we're at. That was some information about that. The other thing I want to show you real quickly is let me close this real quick. Show you how to edit your template for your slideshow. I basically went ahead and put all the stuff in the slideshow on the front page so we wouldn't have to have a separate page for the gallery. It seemed to load quickly and work well, so I was concerned a lot of pictures may cause a slow loading, but it wasn't, so it worked pretty good. So what you want to do to upload new pictures is go to your content and your media manager, and from this area is where you upload your pictures that you're going to use on your website. You need to upload everything you're going to use and then point to it from these locations. When you come in, you have a directory and then some subdirectories or sub folders that you can work from. This shows you the items that it's in it. What I've done is created a new folder called Slideshow. Of course, you can see it in the menu item over here. You can click either one to get inside of it, but for stuff you want to use in a slideshow, you need to put them inside that folder so we can kind of keep them separated. Okay, and for your slideshow, the images need to be prepared at a height of 600 pixels high And then if you're using some type of editor to set that up, the width will be 448 pixels across. Of course, when they come off the camera, they're huge. They're like 2,000 pixels wide or something like that. So you have to re-edit those and get them down to web size. And then basically all you do is just come down here to the bottom and you browse your files from your computer, select them, and then upload them. They'll appear here. Okay, and then you just need to make a note of the image names. Okay, like for example, this image name, as I hold over it, you see is 2142. So I need to know that. So what I do is typically open that up in one window, and then I grab one of these links at the top or some link somewhere else, and I open up another window, which I already have open here. That's also the administrative control panel. Okay, and then we want to go to find the actual module that shows this stuff. So I go to my extensions, and I pick the module manager because it's a slideshow module that we're using on the home page. Okay, and we'll see a list of the different modules that your page is using. You can get a bunch of different stuff, but for what we're doing, pretty much that slideshow is it. So we see it's got some information about the slideshow and ordering and stuff like that. But what we need to do is just get on inside of it. So click on the Blaze slideshow, and again, this is your image slideshow we got on the home page. When it loads in, you'll see a lot of information over here like showing, hiding it. It's just a click of a button to turn it on or off if you want to do that. The position is relative to the design of the template as to where it puts it. You don't ever want to change that. But it will show up in a different location on your page, and it's kind of hard to get it back. Of course, this is to publish. Again, you can do or undo that. The rest of the stuff is kind of self-explanatory down through here. You don't really need to change anything with it. I've got it assigned to show on the home page only. And you come over to the right side, this is where the actual module is set up to work. You see all the stuff here with 448 by 600 is the width and height of it. So if you forget how big you need to make your pictures, you can look at one of the others, or you can come here and notice that they're 600 height 600 by 448. The rest of the stuff is all to do with the way the appearance of it goes, and you can read through that. Hold your mouse over these items here, they tell you what's going on. Okay, but all you need to worry about really is on down the page here, you see these large boxes. If for some reason, basically what we've got here is this is just the location of the first picture that's shown in the slideshow, and then you hit your enter key and you put in the location of the second one. So they're separated by by a new line, using a new line in here. So there's the first image. It's in the slideshow directory, and of course it's in the images directory. And this is relative to where your home page is. So in the directory that your whole website is, it has to come into the images directory, then to the slideshow directory, and then show the picture. So that's the path, as they call it. You may be familiar with that or not. But anyway, each picture showing in the order that it shows is just listed right down through here. If you have a typo, it won't show. It'll just spin a little wheel and be white. So if you ever see that, and if it's like the fourth picture, you can come here and count down 4 pictures. Double check that you've got everything typed in correctly, okay? Now, right along with that, the next box down here, this is the little description or band that shows along the bottom of the slideshow. Jump back to it here. Get your home page back open. When the slideshow is playing, there's a little title right here at the bottom: cabin access view, paid parking lot, so on and so forth. And as it goes through, you see those. So this area that we're looking at now, that's what that pertains to. Oops, the wrong window. This second image descriptions, that's what's going to show in that little box across there, okay? If you don't put anything in there, it'll just be a little black box. Down here, after I got all that set up, I just copied this whole section of stuff, pasted it down here, because what this is, it supplies image titles. Image titles you don't see on the web page or anything like that, but it is what the computers use when somebody who can't see is visiting your website. It says picture, and then it'll tell them the title, what it is. So I just copied these descriptions down there, so anyone who's interested in your cabin but doesn't see is able to do that. And that's recommended that you always do that kind of stuff. If you wanted to be able to click on the image and it goes somewhere, you could put full links in here, like HTTP whatever, and send them somewhere. But really don't want them clicking going anywhere else with this. That's pretty much it. The only other thing you may want to change about it is the autoplay. It's set to automatically start rotating through the pictures and doing its thing. But if you want it to stop until they click something, you can click no here. Okay. The rest of that's pretty self-explanatory. Of course, when you get it set like you want it, you save or save and close, and then you got the nice screenshot going on your home page. I'm going to also real quickly be doing some changes to the site. I think since we wound up having a a slideshow that's vertical instead of horizontal, I think what we may do to make better use of the page space is to add a column on the right side over here and put the information like that, at least for the home page where the slideshow is going on. So that may be something different that we didn't show in the other discussion. But anyway, we'll have all this set up for you. I'll show you one other quick thing. Whenever you need to edit any of these areas that you see here, they're in the articles. So you will go to the article manager, and this is basically where you edit the text and information for your web pages. Each web page, as we go through here and create them, is going to have their own place here, and that's where you create them at. If you want to show that text on the home page, you make sure this blue button is clicked on just by toggling it on or off with a click. The area attractions I'm doing now, and that will put it on the home page. So I go back to the home page and reload it. And what I'll see is it'll probably, right below this, and the other things we have listed with area attractions appears on there. Okay, so that's how you turn stuff on or off your home page. Of course, we don't want that turned on there right now. And then if you want to edit anything in these items, like I want to edit the amenities list, or where I was working a while ago, even the area attractions, you just click on it, and then you're back inside the area where we can edit the information that's in the article itself. As the page loads back, scroll down, and we're back here working on it again. So that's pretty much all you'll need to know. If you need to add other menu items or stuff like that, you can give me a call or holler, and I'll help you with that. But this should make you able to update your information. If I put in anything that you don't like, you can just go right in there and type it in and submit it back, and then refresh your page. You'll see the changes, so on and so forth. Okay? Hopefully that's helpful for you.